Hey everybody, happy Labor Day. Hope you had a great weekend. Today I wanted to make a quick video and just show some of my August vinyl finds. But before I did want to mention that I have a new channel that I've started. This is based around my books for children. I've got a number of poetry books for kids and some picture books and whatnot. But I'll leave the link to the channel in the description for this video if you want to go over and check it out. I'm doing some videos with James, reading some of the poems from my books. Not very long videos on that particular channel, but it's Jeff Witcher Books for Kids. Again, I'll leave the link down here if you want to drop by, subscribe, give me a like, check some of the videos out. It would be very much appreciated. But anyway, now back to my vinyl finds for August. So picked up this one, Concrete Blonde, which I had this on CD, and then the CD just happened to vanish after one of my moves over the years. So when they reissued this, I was very happy to pick this one up. Of course, this has Joey on it, but they were on the IRS label, and it was actually Michael Stipe who suggested the name. Michael Stipe from REM suggested the name Concrete Blonde. But very cool record. This is the only one that I'm familiar with. I know they've got a handful of records, but do enjoy this one quite a bit. Not quite goth, but it's definitely alternative rock and roll. 1990, I think, is when that one came out. But also picked up this Devo EP. It's a live EP. Doesn't really even have like a proper sleeve. It's just like this cardboard thing right here. And so I've not spun this yet. It's got live versions of Whip It, Freedom of Choice, Be Stiff, and Oats of Steel. So just a 4-song live EP, but I saw that and always interested in expanding my Devo collection. And then some of my staff at work got me this record. I don't know how they knew I was wanting to get into this band, but they did, and they picked this up for me, which is Whitesnake, Restless Heart. First Whitesnake that I own on vinyl. I've got their self-titled record from 1987 on CD somewhere. I think I've got Slip It In on cassette. But this is the first piece of Whitesnake vinyl that I have. And I listened to it, and, from, I guess my understanding is these are not the original recordings. They were re-recorded to kind of beef up the sound a little bit, but I did dig it. I know Whitesnake's a band that I need to get into more, so I'm just kind of dipping my toe in, but I do like what I've heard on this one, and I imagine this also is updated artwork. Picked up this EP, which I've known for a while, but never see it, but I popped into a record store on Friday and happened to spot it, and I'm like, I am picking this up. This is an EP or 12-inch single, whatever you want to call it. It's nonstop erotic dancing, but this has Where Did Our Love Go, a cover, which they did a remix of it where they blended Tainted Love. It was like a medley, Tainted Love straight into Where Did Our Love Go. So you've got the original full-length version of Where Did Our Love Go on here. Sex Dwarf is on here, which was also on Nonstop Erotic Cabaret, I think the name of it was, or something like that. Anyway, I've got the record down there. So I believe this was released shortly after that, if I'm not mistaken, but always happy to pick up some soft cell. Got some Gary Newman. I've not heard this one, haven't spun it yet, so I can't tell you what it's about. I believe it's the sequel, or not the sequel, the follow-up to Telecon, which in itself was a follow-up to The Pleasure Principle, which had cars on it. So it's about 2 albums removed from the album that most people are familiar with by Gary Newman. I would presume this is more danceable synth pop stuff, but I haven't spun it yet. So if you've heard it, let me know what your impressions are of it. This is a record I never thought I would see, but I did finally. Adding to my Rainbow collection. This is my first Ronnie James Dio Rainbow album. I need to get Rainbow Rising, and I think it's called Long Live Rock and Roll, and then Down to Earth. I believe those are the proper studio albums with Ronnie James Dio, but I just did my Black Sabbath, Mob Rules, and so I'm definitely getting more into RJD. But I love that song, Man on the Silver Mountain. I remember hearing that in the radio back in the 70s, but not really thinking, who is this band? But glad I picked this one up, and the rest of it is pretty cool as well. Kraftwerk. This is like an EP. It's got one song per side. There's a Tour de France. Well, actually, I guess this is more a single, I guess you could say, like a 12-inch single. It's got the song Tour de France, the French version on side 1, and then Tour de France, a remix on side 2. But it was very cheap, so I did grab that to expand my Kraftwerk collection. So that's basically it. Just a short little video here. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great Labor Day, and take care.